Hello, good morning. My name is Chris Palomanes. I'm the Director of Sales of Jaltest AGV, as well as Canada for Kojali USA. I would like to thank you, all of you guys, for joining us. I really hope you guys and all your families are safe with this coronavirus. And yeah, today we're going to do a walkthrough going through the new version of the software 20.1. We have a new interface, a new graphic interface of the software. I really think you guys are gonna like it. We're gonna be presenting this new interface, graphic interface, with the Jaltest AGV module, and so yeah, you're gonna be able to check to realize about the new changes. But at the end of the day, we wanna keep everything simple, for user friendly, and you will see that we keep all the functionalities, all the different capabilities for our software. So let's start over. Okay, first of all, as I said, we're going to do the Jaltest link. So we're going to do the selection, the communication mode test. Okay, we select the USB, so we run the connection test. And once we get this information here, that means that we have communication, not only between the link and the computer, but also from the link to the vehicle. Okay, we are getting the voltage from the tractor in this case, so that means that we are okay, so we can start working with Jaltest. Then we, as we did before, we come here to agricultural vehicles, and now we just need to select the make and the model we want to work with. We were saying that we want to work with a John Deere. It's going to be a 8R series. Okay, so we come here to 8 series, 8R. As I said before, we can also select the category. We come here, John Deere. We're going to see all the different kind of vehicles, if it's a tractor, a harvester, okay? But since we know that we want to work with this 8R series, we just came here and select model, okay? As I was trying to show you before, we have multiple options here. We can do the all system scan or the main system scan, okay? If we go for the all system scan, the system is going to start pulling out all the different electronic control units that we have in the vehicle, okay? That's going to take some time, so that's why I was thinking to do only a main system scan, okay? So we click here on the connection type. We show you where is the diagnosis connector located in the vehicle, and also the connector, the Jaltest connector you need to use, okay? We also provide you here the part numbers, so you can easily recognize and make sure which is the one you need to use. We hit scan, and now the system should be detecting all the different control units in this vehicle, okay? Again, we're doing a main system scan, so they're not going to be all the ones that we cover for this 8R series, but let's say the main ones, okay? All right, so that should be the picture if we click on the main system scan. So those are all the ones that we consider main systems for this 8R series tractor, and now we can just connect them individually, okay? Of course, I think we should start with the engine, okay? That's going to be the main system on these vehicles. So that's why I think that's the first one that we need to look at, okay? So we come here to the engine, we select manually the engine we want to work with. In this case, I'm going to start working with the final tier 4 level 33, okay? And clicking on connect, we're going to see all the different functionalities that we're going to have for this tractor, okay? At this point, let me tell you that right now, again, we are with this John Deere 8R series, but it doesn't matter if we're working with a John Deere, with a Kubota, with a Case Magnum, or with any other vehicle, even a truck or a highway Caterpillar excavator, the menu is going to look always the same, okay? So we're going to have always the same functionalities, the same menus here, okay? So starting from the very beginning, we're going to be able to read the fault codes, of course, okay? We are reading the fault codes from the ECU memory now, okay? So the system is giving us some different error codes, some fault codes here. And we're going to be able to see more information about them, okay? Again, right now we are in the demo mode, so we are just pulling out here some random numbers, okay? But we're going to give you the priority, the date, and the hour of the loss occurrence, okay? And then the components that could be related with this fault code. Okay, right now we are giving you this error code here about the water sensor in the fuel. the signal voltage is too low. Okay, so of course, in this case, the component that could be related with this fault code should be the sensor for the indication of the water in the field filter. We can see more information about the component. Okay, so we're going to show you where is it located in the engine block. Okay, that could be really useful, as well as some signal voltages and other information about that particular component. Okay, so imagine that we know that something is bad with that sensor and we need to replace it, right, on the ECU. So in that case, what we are going to need to do is just come here to the wiring diagrams, which is going to show us the full schematics for this tractor. Okay. Now we are, let me do zoom out so you can see easier all the schematics for this ATR series, the engine model. Okay. Right now we are highlighting here where is it located, that particular sensor we were talking about with this fault code. Okay. And we show you where is it connected in this ECU. Okay. So we show here the pin 15. And if we double click on the ECU, we're going to show you also how it looks, the ECU. Okay. Where is it located? And more important than that, the pinout. Okay, we know that was on the 15 pin, so should be around here. In case you need to replace that particular sensor, we know the pinout. We show you the pinout and the ECU, so everyone, the technician, could know where he needs to go in order to replace that particular component. Okay, right now, again, we were talking only about that particular sensor that was related with the fault code we were looking before, but we can show you the full component list. Okay. So imagine here we type it in sensor and look for any other component. Okay, the fuel pump pressure sensor, exactly the same thing. We show you how it looks, where is it located, some values, and the pinout. Okay, pin 39, so exactly the same thing. Right. So in this part of the software, with the wiring diagrams you're going to be able to see not only the location for any component, but also the pinouts and how they are connected to the ECU. Okay. Coming back to the diagnostics menu, we have also troubleshooting. Okay. So remember free-space data, which is basically information about that fault code, components that could be related with the fault code, and then the third part is going to be the fault code troubleshooting. What's going to be the fault code troubleshooting? Basically, it's going to be a step-by-step guide on how to fix that fault code, that particular fault code. Okay, so just following all the different steps, we can expand them to get more information about each of them. We're going to be able to see, you see pictures, wiring diagrams, hyperlinks clearly to check the wiring diagrams. We're going to be one click away to go and check the diagrams again if you want it, or even if we need to perform like a particular actuation. For instance, here, step 5, perform the following action. Because of this fault code, it's asking us to do an engine wiring test. If we click on that, we're going to go right away to that test so we can perform it immediately. Okay. We'll come back later to all those functionalities, but just for you to have an idea about the first part of the software, reading the fault codes and clear them. Okay, we can do it. Then clear fault codes is going to be pretty much the same. We need to first of all read them, and once we read them, we're going to be able to clear. Okay, right now I clear up all the fault codes on this system. It's as simple as that. Even if we have the real vehicle, for those, I see some names here that sounds familiar to me. I know that are very familiar with the tool too. They know that this is as simple as that. Okay. So now system data, that's going to be basically information about the ECU. Okay. Delivered from the manufacturer. Okay. It's not a big deal. Right now, we don't have that data because, again, we're in the demo mode, but that's basically what we can find here on system data. The same thing with the engine load profile. Okay. Other options, we're going to be able to monitor live data selection. Okay. So I'm going to start with the live data selection. We're going to see a list, different values, different kind of values that we can just select or unselect as we want. Okay. So right now I select all of them. Okay. We can we can check for these John Deere 8R series up to 216 different values, okay, that we can see them like in different formats, okay? We can see them in a list. We have up to 27 different pages here of information, okay? But as I said, I select all of them, okay? We can just try to draft them. Imagine that we want to look only to the temperature values and just some of them, few of them, 3 of them, okay? So we're going to be able to check them in a list, just the one I just select, okay? Or even see them on different formats, okay? With these clocks, or even graph them. Okay? What else? Coming back to this same menu on monitor live data selection, we have the live data selection I already showed you, but we also have the system displays. System displays is basically well, same kind of information you can find on the live data, but just on a different way. We show you the information on a different way. I guess is going to be for all of you more intuitive, and I really like this schematics. Okay, all right. This one is about the fuel system, and this other is the after treatment system, how it works with the different components and the different values that again we are under demo mode, so they're not real. Okay. So that's what we can find on this part of the software, monitoring live data selection. Then we're going to be able also to actuate components. Okay, those are going to be the components that we can actuate for this 8R series. Okay, the EGR valve, the fuel feed pump, and also system check-ins. Okay, here we're going to see a larger list of different actuations, all those cylinder crowd, engine wiring test, the compression test, that are very needed in the industry, so we can perform those system check-ins also with Jaltest. Okay. Parameters we can change. Yes, here is where you're gonna be finding the injector coding, injector scenes. If you need to codify the VGT, you're gonna be able to do also with our multi-brand diagnostic tool with Jaltest. Okay. And then maintenance. I really want to come here to show you maintenance options because, of course, I know that they're very, very, very important, essential in the industry. The particular filter regeneration. Okay, we have them. Okay, so in this case, for this particular 8R series, again, John Deere tractor, if we need to do the regen, we're gonna be able to do it also with Jaltest. Okay, imagine that we want to go ahead and perform that regen. We're going to show you how easy it is to perform that kind of actuations. Okay, so we select the regen. It's asking us first of all if we have the expert mode pin. Okay, the expert mode pin is a code, 6-digit code that we provide to all our customers. Okay, so this code is going to allow for instance, the shop managers to decide who of their technicians are going to be able or are going to be allowed to perform some of the actuations. Okay, so keeping that code and providing that code only to the ones that are allowed to perform this, let's say, critical actuations. Yeah, we're going to guarantee that safety, right? So of course, I already typed in my expert mode pin before. We click on set, and we're gonna see here some information about what we are about to do. Okay, about this particular filter regeneration. With Jaltest, is going to be always the same. First of all, we show you the information about the option we are about to perform, and then we're going to give you the initial conditions that we need to meet in order to perform that actuation. Okay, so right now, in order to run that region, that particular filter regeneration, we're showing you the initial conditions. We need the engine running, we need the parking brake activated, we move the accelerator lever to its minimum position, regeneration inhibit status automatic, okay, and we show you here very quick if the conditions are already met or not. Okay, once they're met, we're going to be able to click on check again, so we're going to be able to start performing that actuation. Okay, right now, of course, that's going to be very quick, right? You see that we are performing the region, a simulation of the region, and once it's done, the system is going to let us know the process has finished. Okay, and advise, recommend us to perform any other activation if it's needed. In this case, it's telling us that we could be performing the differential pressure reset maintenance option. Okay, that there's also available at the maintenance manual. Okay, that's just for you to have an idea on how easy it is to perform these kind of actuations. Of course, it's going to take more time. If we have the real vehicle here, maybe this process could take like 40, 50 minutes to complete the full regen. But on how to do it is as I show you on this simulation mode. Okay. Then maintenance and also calibration. Okay, we're going to be able to calibrate the VGT, the EGR valve. Okay, and again, right now talking about this 8R series, but if we go and we will do that later on to any other vehicle, any make, any model, you will see these more or less functionalities. Okay. Then we also have this option for the data recorder, which is basically in case we need to record the information that about the diagnostic session that we are doing in order to show to the again the fleet manager, the shop manager, or the customer, the owner of the truck, the tractor. We're going to be able to do that. Okay? Also, more things important to show here: troubleshooting by symptoms. Remember that before I was showing you the troubleshooting by fault code. So that step-by-step guide on how to fix a particular fault code. Okay. Right now, here we have also the troubleshooting by symptoms, which is basically is going to be useful for whenever we know something is bad on the tractor, but we are not getting a fault code. Okay. If that happens, we're going to come here, select just the symptom we're having on the vehicle. Imagine the engine does not start, or the engine spills black smoke. We select the symptom that we got on that particular tractor in the 8R series, and we're going to give you a step-by-step guide again with very simple steps on how to fix it. Okay, it could be like you could think that this is very basic information, and it is actually, but sometimes could be useful, right, for the technicians when they are struggling and they don't know how to solve an issue, how to fix an issue with the tractor. They just need to come here and maybe just have some guidance on how to fix a problem with the vehicle. Okay. A part of that, so we have seen the diagnostics menu, we have seen the diagrams, we have seen the troubleshooting by symptoms. We also have here releases and procedures, okay, which is going to be basically information that we put in the software, and it comes directly from the manufacturer. Okay, for different activations, for different options of the vehicles. Okay, right now here, for instance, we're giving you the step-by-step guide on how to work with the chains on the AdBlue module filter. Okay, on this John Deere. Okay, so again, releases and procedures. That's going to be information, technical information that comes directly from the manufacturers. Okay. Also, I want to show you here the vehicle technical data. Okay, we click on that, just selecting the right model we're working with, and we're going to show you some values, some information, tightening torques that could be really, really useful for the technicians, for the owner of the tractors as well. Okay. Check that for the engine distribution, for the fuel system. Okay, and as I said, the tightening torques for the cylinder head, for the fuel system. Okay, information that we put everything together here so they can have access to the whole info about that tractor and how to fix it. Okay. All right. So imagine that we are done with this tractor. So we just want to disconnect and go to the home menu. We click on disconnect. Okay. And once we try to go to the home menu, to the main screen of the software, the system is going to ask us if we want to save a diagnostic report. Okay, so you can read here that the diagnostic report has been opened. Do you wish to save it? I'm going to click on yes, because later on I want to show you how they look. I mean, how this diagnostic report look. Okay, basically here we're going to have everything we have done with this tractor and the diagnostic session stored on a report, and I'll show you later how they look. Okay, let me just save this one, and we will go into that later on. All right. So again, we are here in on the main menu. Before going to other vehicles, let me show you a little bit about other options that we got here, okay? Of course, very important. I want to show you this. On the question mark, we have an option that is, yeah, again, I think really, really important for the customers. This is the remote assistance, okay? So whenever a customer has any issue with the tractor, he's not able to perform a regen, he's not able to communicate with a particular ECU on the vehicle, or he's just struggling on how to use the tool, they can go here to the help menu, to the question mark, and hit on remote assistance. He's going to be getting an ID and a password for a team viewer session, and with that ID and that password, they just need to contact us. They can find here the information, contact details, okay, and give us a call. They're going to call our customer support team in Miami, which is, by the way, open from 8:30 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time every day, from Monday to Friday. Okay, and they're going to be able to remote in and help you and walk you through any issue you may have with your vehicles or with the Jaltest software. Okay, again, here also on the question mark, you can see other options. Okay, I don't want to bore you to go and then see each of them, but you can check the new innovations. Okay, so new capabilities, new functionalities that we add on each version of the software, units conversion. You can see some training videos. Okay, and that's what you can find here at the help menu. Okay, yeah, that's important to be said. Now we are talking about the innovations. As I said before, we are right now on the 20.1 version of the software. Okay, that's as I mentioned, the first version for this year, for the 2020. But every 4 months, we are going to be releasing a new software upgrade. Okay, so we're going to have a total of 3 different software updates per year. And in those software updates is where we add, as I said before, the new capabilities, the new functionalities for the software. Okay, even if we create a new make or a new model, you're going to be able to get that new information, just downloading and installing the new version. Whenever it's ready, you should have here like a red signal here saying like, hey, you have a newest version of the software available. You want to update it? Yes. You click on that, you start the download, and then you just need to install it, and you're going to have the new information on your software. Okay, those updates are for free, so basically they are included on the yearly fee, the license you're paying for the use of the software. Okay, so now going back to the AG module, let's connect, for instance, to case. Let's go to case because we noticed that other of the main manufacturers in the ag industry. Okay, let's connect now to a Magnum series, to one of those Magnum full power shift. Okay, the 250s, 280, 310, or 340. Okay, we select that, and basically you can see that now we're working with a different brand. Before it was the John Deere, now it's a Case IH, but the menus are gonna look exactly the same. So again, same thing. We can do a all system scan, we can do a main system scan, or we can just select the system that we want to work with. Imagine you want to work with the transmission, you just need to come here and select the transmission, hit on connect, and you're going to be good to go. Okay, exactly the same thing. We're going to have a look to the engine. Let's have a look what we have available for this Case IH engine. Okay, we show you where is the connector located again in this particular Magnum tractor, and we show you the Jaltest connector you need to use. In this case, again, is going to be the 9-pin connector, so exactly the same one that we use for the John Deere. We hit on connect, and well, now the system is asking us if it comes with DPF or not. Okay, so we can just select the option in the case that we have or not the DPF. Okay, and now the system is going to pull out the full menu. Okay, so again, we have read focus, clear focus, system data, monitoring, activate components. Okay, so a very quick view on what we have available here, but basically it's going to be the same as I showed you before. Okay, we have all those fault codes. Okay, we can check more information about them. Okay, we can see the components related with all those fault codes. Okay, right now we're telling you about this cooler temperature sensor. So again, we show you the values, how it looks at sensor, and we can always go to the wiring diagrams. Okay, as I was explaining you before, wiring diagrams is going to allow us to know where is each of the components connected on the ECU. Okay, so we know where to go in order to replace them. Okay, so we show you the pinout, we show you how it looks the ECU. Okay, here are the pinouts and where is it located on the engine block. Okay, the same thing. We want to show the component list. Okay, we can type it in as I did before with the John Deere sensor. Okay, and it's gonna do exactly the same thing. Field temperature sensor. Where is it located? How it looks. Okay. Just for you to have an idea that not only with John Deere, not only with Case, with all the different manufacturers, we're going to be showing you the same information: component locator, location, pinouts, how it looks the pinout on the ECU, and everything. Okay. So this is about the diagnostic menu. And now let me show you very quick some of the functionalities for this Magnum tractor. Again, we're going to be able to monitor live data selection. We're going to be able to detect the system data. But more important than that, components that could be actuating for this model. Okay, so you remember maybe before we were showing you the same cloud on the system settings menu. Here we're showing you on the actuate components menu. So as I said before, depending on the make, the model, you're gonna find more or less information or just in a different path, but always we have that multi-brand coverage for all makes, all models in the North American market, okay? Those are the components we can actuate. System settings, again, per compression test, the engine brake, the cylinder test, okay? Same with the parameters that we can change, okay? Those injector coding for the Magnum, this Magnum full power shift. And then I want to show you a specific functionality, which is very important. I mean, it's coming to be very important for all the manufacturers, but especially in this Case IH on the maintenance, okay? Of course, we have the regen, as I showed you before, also for the John Deere. But then we have this option here for the startups counter restart. So you know that nowadays, whenever the tractor gets into the power derating mode, okay, that means that the power of the tractor has a limitation, okay. So because of the anti-pollution regulation, we cannot we're yeah, we're polluting too much, so we're not going to be able to keep running that tractor. Okay, this functionality is going to allow us to run the engine only 3 times per 30 seconds. So imagine that you or the owner of the tractor is at the middle of the field. How can he manage that? I mean, he is going to need, of course, to take the tractor and get it back to the shop. But if he's in the middle of the field working with the tractor, how he can do that? Well, with this option, is an option that, of course, is already present in the official software of the tool for Case. We also have that capability. Okay, we're going to be able to do the startup counter restore. Okay, so it's going to be allowing us to restart that limitation on the tractor, so we can just run the engine, drive to the nearest shop, and then try to get our tractor fixed. Okay. This is pretty much about this the functionalities that we have on this engine for this particular Case IH tractor. Okay. What other functionalities could be interesting to show you guys? Well, actually, in this case, we can look at it manual diagnosis. So imagine that instead of reading the fault codes, we know already a fault code, an error code, and we want to look for more information about it. Okay. So imagine that we have let me look one of the ones that I got here. Okay. So for instance, we got the a fault code on the transmission for this Case IH Magnum full power shift. Okay. So we come to manual diagnosis. We go to transmission. Okay. And we can go here to see information and type it in here. The full code is going to give us all the information about the troubleshooting, about the how to fix that particular code. Okay, exactly the same thing with the John Deere I showed you before. Okay, if we go home now, let me go. Again, system is asking me to save the diagnostic report. I want to do it. Yes, I'm going to click on yes. So I'm going to be able to show you also this report later on. Okay. So again, I show you how to check a manual, how to do manual diagnosis, how to type it in a code on the transmission for a case IH tractor. But exactly the same thing if we are working with a John Deere as we did before. Okay, we come here to John Deere. Let's go to the 6 series to the 630, for instance. Okay, and we have a code for the transmission. All right, so I come here to manual diagnosis. I select the transmission. Okay, see info here in the top right. And again, introduce the fault code. Okay, I have here, for instance, a fault code 524.020.31. Okay, we click on search, and the system is going to pull out the information. You see here how to fix it. Okay, so we are going to be this particular fault code is related with the reverse drive lever in the transmission system. So as I showed you before, we're going to be able to see more information. Okay, even when this is not on the engine. Okay, it doesn't matter. We cover all systems. Okay, so where is it located? The lever, or we can also go here to the schematics. Okay, so again, where are they connected? The ECUs, pin out, and everything. Okay, for this particular code that remember we introduced manually typing in just the code. Okay, exactly the same thing. I take advantage to show you that. I mean, before I showed you the component list on the engine system. Right now we are on the transmission system for this John Deere 6030 series. Okay. If we look at the component list, of course, we're not going to have maybe that many components that we did with the engine, but the same thing here, okay? All right. So we show you where is it located, the ECU, pinouts, and all the different components that they can look at, okay? If you want to look at the solenoid valve, you can do it, okay? We even show you again, some operating values and voltages, okay? So that's pretty much everything. I said before starting this presentation that we will be looking at Kubota too. I mean, same thing, okay? We go for Kubota. We show you all the series we're covering, okay? Imagine you are working with the M7 series. So same thing, okay? First of all, systems we are covering here, after treatment, engine and transmission, okay? Imagine we're gonna have a quick look to the engine. We select and show you where is the diagnostics connector on the vehicle, the connector you need to use, and we can hit on connect. And third time, I'm gonna show you very quick functionalities about this Kubota M7 series, but exactly the same thing as I showed you before with the John Deere or with the Case i8. Okay, so same menus, but of course with different functionalities. Okay, read focus, system data, components that we can activate. Okay, system check-ins that we can perform. Okay, or even with the diagrams. Okay, we're gonna be able to check the component locations and the pinouts for each of the components on this vehicle. Okay. All right. Just do the same thing. Field temperature sensor that we were checking on the others, we can check it out here as well. Okay. Where is it located on this Kubota M7 series? Okay. Some values, and operation values, how to check it, and pinouts. Okay. All right. Also, very important to be set here. Imagine that you're missing a picture, or you don't agree with the troubleshooting that we are showing, or you have any fault or suggestion or information you want to provide us. Always here at the main menu, you can come here to Jaltest feedback, okay, and send us a new feedback, which is going to go directly to our engineering department. Okay. These feedbacks are going to be reviewed every day by, again, our engineering department. So they are going to be providing you an answer, okay, either to your email address or to your phone number, the one you provide, with all the information on how to fix an issue, or more information if you request some, again, pictures or detailed information about a component or whatever you need us to explain, or whatever you want to let us know. That's the way, the Jaltest feedback. Okay, that's a really useful tool that we have on the software. Okay, so as I promised, I'm going to show you now how to check those diagnostic reports. Okay, so let's go back. I'm going to disconnect from this vehicle. I guess the system is going to ask me if I want to save diagnostic report. I already saved the last two with the John Deere and with the case, so I'm not going to save it in this case. Okay, and we're back to the main screen of the software. Okay, here we have another button here at the top, the GRP, which is the Garage Resource Planning. Okay, that's a module that we have on the software where we can, for instance, share different diagnostic reports between different locations, or just check the reports that we have stored on the software. Okay. Remember, we were working with these 8R series before, or with the Magnum. We select it, and we're going to be able to check how they look. Okay. You will see that even when we provide you this format, you can set up and use your own logo here if you want it, or use as you need it, right? So basically on these reports is going to be stored everything we have done on the tractor, okay? So remember, we are looking at this fault code, and then we check the troubleshooting, the step-by-step guide, and we ended up clicking into perform this engine wire test. So you see here the results for that actuation, and all the technical information we were looking at, and that should be everything included at the software. Okay. Even if we include a screenshot, okay, because sometimes that could be useful. Imagine that you want to show to the owner of the truck, the tractor, or any other customer what you have done on the vehicle, and you want to include a screenshot showing them the fault code. You can do that with software. Okay, you can print it, or you can include that screenshot here in those diagnostic reports. That, by the way, you can use them as an invoice as well if you want it. Okay, and that functionality that was mentioned. Let me close that. It's going to be here. Okay, you see this camera here. It's going to allow us to do screenshots if we want to print it, or if we want to include them on the diagnostic report. Right now, this one is disabled because we are just at the home page of the software. Okay, we are not working with a vehicle. Okay, but of course, it's going to be always available if we want to include that diagnostic report into the report of the vehicle that we are working with. Okay. Apart of that, I think that I try to be very quick with this presentation. I don't want you guys to worry about it. I don't know if you have questions. Now is the time. You can type it into the chat window and ask any technical question. My colleague Isidro is going to take care of those questions, and maybe he's going to be able to answer those questions. And also some other buttons here, menus you see here, VIN. So we're going to be able to search by VIN in case we don't want to select manually the make and the model, or we just don't know the right model name. We can always come here, select this if it's an agricultural vehicle, and just type it in a VIN number, which is going to get us through the right model, and it's going to come with all the different menus, functionalities for that particular model. Okay, just another way to connect to an ag vehicle. Okay, so yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I want to show you guys today. So doing a very quick recap, new graphic interface, which comes also with the new version of the software, this 20.1. I hope you guys like the new graphic interface. As I said, we try to keep it simple. Jaltest has been always very simple and easy to use application. We want to keep that, but also like giving the in this case, you guys, the clients, the Jaltest users, a new graphic interface, a new modern looking, and just saying some things. And yeah, and then basically what I showed you was some main coverage for some of the models or the makes that I detect, I feel that are the more important in the market, just for you to have an idea and see how this multi-brand tool work with these vehicles. Okay. As I said, thank you very much for attending. I'm gonna allow you guys in the next 5 minutes to ask any question through the chat window if you have some. And again, be safe, be healthy, and take care. Thanks for attending. Bye-bye.